So the LumenKey LX60 starts at $195. It has a WIN keyless, WIN key, and an HHKB variant, all costing the same depending on which color though. I think the neon is the only one that's more expensive. The neon looks really good, by the way. I was kind of sad we didn't get the neon color today, I'm not going to lie. There's a solder, hot swap, and hot swap tri-mode. The tri-mode one does increase the board by about, roughly $28. The hot swap board is about $9 more. So if you want hot swap, it does cost a bit more money. I think I have a hot swap here today. So kind of happy we actually got this. We can take a look at the layouts. Oh shoot, I have it in Canadian dollars. My bad, guys. I keep forgetting that I should be saying stuff in USD. You guys want it in USD? My bad, my bad, my bad. Hold on, let me switch it to USD real quick. Don't forget, guys, I live in Canada. Okay, it's gonna start at 145 USD and 149 for the neon colorway. And then if you want, 139, my mistake, I have it on a hot swap still. The hot swap PCB will cost about $6 more, so 145. And then the hot swap tri-mode will be about $20 more, with the most expensive variant being, again, the neon colorway. But here is the hot swap PCB. This is what I have to say now every time someone makes a good hot swap PCB, because we went through a very long-winded string, and we still are continuing to go through a string of terrible hot swap compatibility and layouts. There's a lot of options here. We have ISO, we have split back, we have split right, we have different bottom configurations that we can go with. We can go with stepped, we can go with split left. Thank you. There's a 6.25 and a 7. For me, this has been kind of a weird situation with this because I feel like we've been getting so many where there's no layout options. But it's a 1.6 mil, no frills. We got some foam in the package, nice to see. There's a, what is this? Little instruction manual. I can appreciate it. It's something, more than other boards offer. Screws, O-ring. Oh no, these are the gaskets. Oh, some stabilizers. That's nice. Stabs are never a bad thing to have. They sent us all the plates. I think I'm just gonna stick to using aluminum today. But there is also a PP plate as well as a PC plate. For about 190 CAD, 195 CAD, which is what, 140 USD? 145 did we say? I can't remember the USD option though. So far looking good. It's not a very weighty board if that matters to people. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the standard edition here, which looks great by the way, this looks fantastic. It's not very weighty. I don't know if you guys want weight of this. I think those stats already exist online, but this does look good. I love the thin side bezels, a lot actually. So they're kind of tapered out. If you guys can kind of see that right over here. They're tapered out a smidge, so it kind of gives a thinner appearance of the sidewalls, which I think looks fantastic. We'll zoom in a bit here. That does look really good. And again, it makes it seem really thin. I also really appreciate this small little accent, which they did offer accents I saw on the website too. I don't know how much all the accents are. Let me see. Do we have accent pricing? Accents start at $10 for different accents, and depending on what you want, it seems like they can go up to $20? Yeah, $20 for some of the Cerakoted options. But no, that looks pretty nice. This looks really cool. I like this. For this particular colorway, I think this could have been a bit more contrasty, this gray over here, because it's a little tough to see, but I'm sure once we assemble it, it'll be fine. There's the ribbon cable there, which again, it's a long ribbon cable, so this should be relatively easy. The brass weights, again, very small. Brass weight on the inside. However, because it's on the inside, it should help diffuse a lot more of that sound. Hopefully, that's the plan there. For the side profile, that is quite nice. That bit of a taper coming down into a bit of an arch. This looks good. It's a nice looking side profile. The back mimics the front, in which you have this little weight peeking out, or I guess accent on the bottom peeking out. It looks good. And there is the front. Believe it or not, this was actually my least, listen, this is just the color, okay? I'm not criticizing the board in any sort of manner here. This might have been actually my least favorite colorway. There was a lot of nice contrasty colorways, but again, maybe you really like this one here. But this is, out of all the colorways they're offering stock, might have been my least favorite one. The green wood one is probably one of my favorites. The silver orange is really cool as well. Even the blackout, I think I may have preferred over this. I feel like the desk pad is hindering our board today. Actually, it looks a little better now that we don't have it matching the desk pad exactly, but it's a sharp looking keyboard. Even the whatever logo weight this is on the bottom looks good too. Really like the way they implemented the feet too. Bowl did a great job designing this, but let's be real, Bowl does a great job designing in general. So take that for what it's worth. I'd be curious to see how this sounds though. Again, this is really lightweight. Front height, I didn't see a front height listing on Lube's website. Lube, was there a front height? Oh, 17.5 mil? Thank you, Bull. Cute. So if you guys want another reason to buy it, you get a cute little lumen key screwdriver. Cool. I guess let's start doing some of these stabilizers. I think these are just clip-in stabs, so pretty easy to just quickly get done. They look like they have to be clipped, so I'm assuming they're cherry. Do I do split backspace? Nah. I do regular backspacing. Yeah, I do regular. I want to see how it sounds. I think I would do split. I'm actually starting to go back into my split backspace vibe for 60s, but I think just for the sake of hearing it, no. All right. I did say I want to use aluminum. I don't know if Bowl has like a preferred plate, but I'm gonna go with aluminum. Go fashion. I don't even really need to ask. I probably already should have known Bowl's favorite was aluminum. With the little gasket blocks, the best. All right, that's where I'll start off then. So it's either we use HMX switches or milky yellows that I hand lubed. I'm thinking we go with these. I filmed and lubed these and also spring swapped these and then applied some GS2 instead of 205 to these ones. I think milky yellows are just good. How long did you soak the yellows in milk? The milky yellows have been soaked and prepared for 3 hours. So GS2 is a carbon grease that I get from Kinetic Labs. I've always really liked it. I think it's a really nice alternative to 205. I think you get a nicer kind of deeper bottom out with it. Or just deeper sound, maybe not even so much a bottom out rather. But I genuinely enjoy it. I think it's a nice sounding, there we go. Nice sounding lube. It's a very smidge different. It's not like hugely different, vastly different than using 205. I think the application's a little bit cleaner though. I do like the way it applies. All right, now Bull really said he liked the gaskets. So we're gonna do gaskets today. The coating and everything looks good on this too. How do they have the accent? All right. I don't love the use of Phillips screws here, if I'm being real with you. It's a very minor gripe I'm having with this right now, but it's an accent piece. I don't foresee people opening and closing, or needing to get into the accent very often. I don't love it. I also don't love the Phillips on the weight. That I actually don't like more than on the accent. I would love if these were hex or Torx. I didn't even realize that until right now. The bottom screws are hex though. Again, I can excuse the ones on the daughter board too, but not a big fan of the screw choices here. Well, Phillips just are more prone, I've found, to getting damaged. I much prefer hex, and I also much prefer Torx over even hex. Again, if you're careful, this shouldn't be a problem. But just like everyone else said, like Antio said and Keeb, these are prone to wearing out quickly as well. On top of stripping and chipping. Chipping's a good one too to use as well. It's a minor thing. I've had it a few times where I've seen these things get stripped and it just becomes a big pain in the ass. All right, let's put those little gaskets on. So these are the silicone gaskets here. I'm not gonna bother with any foam. Now, I do wanna see that little instruction thingy. You know what? I'm gonna say this again. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this. I've been saying for a few boards now that I really wish they came with instructions. Even if it means just a small little pamphlet like this to kind of explain everything. I think this is a good thing to have. Because now you know where to put the silicone strips, the O-ring, kind of just, even if it seems simple, I think it's good to have. So it looks like we're not using those silicone strips for the gasket mount. I guess my only other question here, is it thin side down? I like that. They even have a little zoom in of what you're supposed to expect there. Again, very nice. This might seem very trivial to a lot of people of having an instruction manual, but it's not to me. I really appreciate that. 4 gasket points. I appreciate that. Cool. We have a little split over here, so a little relief cut, so it allows minimal presence on the actual plate itself. Interesting. Can't say I've seen something quite like this. Well, Bull kind of has this design option I've seen on a lot of his plates, which is cool to see, where it has a bit more of a longer tab, but nice. I guess let's plug this in here now. Here's my struggling. My shaky hands don't really work too well for this. One day we'll all stop using ribbon cables to help me out. But if you guys are wondering why ribbon cables, personal bias aside, ribbon cables can be nice. Ribbon cables can allow a little bit of play on thinner boards, so you don't have to worry about it too much and keep the board low profile. So there are some legit reasons to use a ribbon cable. Again, not the biggest fan, very much a personal bias. Gotta admit though, this board does look really good though. It is a sharp looking keyboard. Ooh, this is soft. Even without keycaps right now, I can tell this has a bit of give, which I quite like. My personal bias has been a little bit softer these days, but I kind of go back and forth with how I like my keyboards. Let's put some keycaps on. How about Norse? This is the board with its gasket configuration. We'll open it up after this and try the O-ring configuration, but Bull said he likes this more. Time to see what this bad boy sounds like. I lie. Bull said this is like the Alphas but lighter, but I think this is like the Alphas but poppier. No, it sounds good. Now I'm curious. I want to see it with the O-ring. The O-ring. So this is the O-ring now. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one I prefer more. They're both good and they both have different sound profiles. I'm still going to give, you know what, fuck it. I'll give the edge to the gaskets. I think the gaskets sound it better. My only wish, and I'm not sure if this is possible within the price point, I think I wish the weight was a bit thicker, but I know that's maybe not possible because I think they're trying to accommodate the batteries in there for the wireless versions. But if it was a bit thicker and maybe was even through past this, because I believe this is a different accent piece you have to unscrew, I have a feeling the overall sound signature would have been helped a little bit. Not that it's bad, okay? Mind you, it's not bad. It's really good. But I'm just giving some criticism. Obviously, they're accounting for people wanting wireless, so that makes sense. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you. Love you all, and see you guys very, very, very soon. Bye-bye.